So starting the test drive in this Sprinter van here, this thing it drives well, it's just very long. So you can kind of feel that in just how you're able to control it. But for the most part, I mean, it's not too bad of a learning curve in my opinion. But it is something that you just want to be a bit more careful with. Now, what surprises me is how good this power setup is with the 2.1 twin turbo inline 4 mated with the 7-speed. It gets up to speed nicely. It's actually kind of fun to accelerate in, but then you also get the fuel efficiency on top of that with it being a diesel engine. Now, so far, riding very nicely, just really smooth, and that's what I want. Of course, you're on a heavy-duty van chassis, so you'd expect it to ride pretty nicely, but still, it's impressive. You're just kind of floating down the road here. And this one's only, I think, $65,000, 32,000 miles on it, but who even knows how much this costs new? I'm sure it was, I know it was over 6 figures, but I don't know if it was 6 figures starting with a 1 or 6 figures starting with a 2. Yeah, coming out of a stop, you wouldn't expect this thing to get up to speed like it does, but it pulls very nicely. I'm going to take it on the interstate here. I'm not going to give it a 0 to 60 test or anything like that. That's not what this is made for, but I'm going to give it a little pull. Give it a little bit coming out of this corner here. Here we go. So not terrible acceleration. So let's see if we can get the cruise going here. And so far, I mean, the ride quality is really good. I don't know what it is, but this is the second Mercedes I've gotten into, and it's the second time I've given it just a little bit of gas and the check engine lights come on. But it's not doing anything differently. It might just be because it's below freezing out here and it's been sitting for a minute, but I let it warm up about 15-20 minutes. But yeah, the ride quality is very good, very nice, which is what I would expect from a Sprinter conversion van. And the brakes feel good too. Now, for the money, I think it's a pretty solid bargain you get here. It only has 32,000 miles. Like the powertrain setup. This one's been kept in pretty good shape. For it to be 11, 12 years old, it's not even pulling like to one side or the other. It just feels brand new in here. But just an impressive van in terms of the interior. Just having everything retrofitted out, the leather seats, the footrests. This really is something you could take your tennis team in or whatever. Really just your family for nice road trips. And it's easy to drive. Not as easy to park with how long it is, but you'll just have to go to the back of the Walmart parking lot and probably double park it. It's just really cool. And I love conversion vans because I feel like, other than an RV, it's like the ultimate road trip vehicle, but it's something that's easier to drive as a road trip vehicle as opposed to a Class C Ford or a tour bus or something like that. It's something that you can just get behind the wheel of without having to have a CDL. But overall, from a driving perspective, I like how it rides. Most conversion vans that I get behind the wheel of ride pretty well, but the Sprinters for me have always been the smoothest riding ones, and of course the Mercedes, that's what I would expect. But compared to a Ford Transit, compared to an Express van from Chevy or a Savannah from GMC, this definitely rides the best in my opinion. But I want to give one more thanks to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this van today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your info. I'll make sure the local deals are fighting to get you the best price on any used vehicle you might be interested in. But with all that being said, this brings me to the end of my review of this 2014 Sprinter conversion van.